everybody is actually looking forward to owning a house.
I was very, very happy when I got the allocation for the house.
Mortgage can actually work in Nigeria.
Hello and compliment of the season. Glad to have you join us again on yet another edition of the program Everyone Deserves a Home, a program sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria as it strives towards affordable home delivery for contributors of the National Housing Fund scheme. My name is Aisha Muhammad Ahmed, your anchor. The year 2024 has been quite eventful. For the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, a lot has happened in its bid to meet its mandate of affordable home ownership for its customers. In this edition of the program, we'll review some of the efforts of the bank in the year 2024. Before this and other segment of the program, we'll take highlights of major events that happened recently. Do stay tuned.
Get trained as a mortgage expert, smart property development industry player. Get that full option capacity training center for your individual or organizational needs at the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria FMBN Training Center. Courses are both technical and managerial in mortgage operations, finance, human resources, and ICT, all facilitated by both internal and external mortgage and property industry experts.
We borrow the money from the bank. Every month we're servicing it.
All FMBN courses are approved by the Center for Management Development. Meanwhile, the FMBN Training Center offers 8 training facilities for rentals, 3 seminar rooms of 30 seating capacities, 2 syndicate rooms of 10 and 12 seating capacities, 2 conference halls of 108 and 78 seating capacities, an ICT lab of 38 seats, and a 24/7 power supply. Visit the FMBN Center at number J4 Ali Akilu Road, Kaduna. Email training.school@fmbn.gov.ng or call 0901 280 3484.
Welcome back. In the news diary tonight, FMBN set to package mortgage loans for the Nigerian Army Post-Service Housing Scheme. These and other stories coming up shortly. Keep watching. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has pledged to support the Nigerian Army for the delivery of houses and mortgages for men of the armed forces. This was disclosed by the Managing Director of the bank at the commissioning of a 400 units housing project under the Affordable Home Ownership Option for All Soldiers scheme, AHOAS, aimed at providing welfare for men of the Nigerian Army. Speaking during the event, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Gwabin Musa, said that such initiatives aimed at ensuring the welfare of the Nigerian soldier must be sustained. He also called on state governors to support the cause by providing land for the projects.
The importance of owning a decent shelter in a soldier's life cannot be overstated, as it promises stability, security, and peace of mind, enabling them to focus fully on their duties. It is noteworthy that the Chief of Army Staff is equally operating on the same commendable leadership path set by Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and his team, which will directly impact the lives of our citizens. As military men, we have continued to sacrifice so much for the nation, and we will continue to do that because that is what is our mandate. So for me, it's gladdening that we're here today to celebrate this. This, by all means, is a giant strike that must be sustained. This project aligns with the vision of the renewed Hope Cities and Estate scheme of Mr. President. Every citizen deserves a home, and our personnel must not be left out.
Also speaking, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, stated that his administration is committed to the completion of subsequent phases of these projects, as well as other welfare intervention programs for the Nigerian Army. He appreciated the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and other partners who contributed to the success of the projects.
Providing affordable homes in a serene environment actualizes the personal welfare tent under the sound and decision pillar of my command philosophy. It is expected that these magnificent projects will immensely motivate our troops. I also do hope that this project transforms the Idu community into a vibrant residential area, thriving with commerce and recreational activities.
The Managing Director of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Shehu Usman Osidi, who was represented by the Group Head, Project Finance, Mohammed Jibo Ibrahim, said that the bank is ready to continually provide affordable mortgages for all Nigerians through its various loans products.
As the apex mortgage institution in Nigeria, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is fully aligned with the objectives of this project. And I assure you of our unwavering support. The Nigerian Army is a critical stakeholder in the National Housing Fund scheme, and we put premium value on our relationship. Accordingly, in response to the request from the Post Service Housing Development Limited, we are ready to provide affordable mortgage loans to interested and qualified off-takers. Other flats are open. Other flats are open. You may please take a look at other flats that are open.
High point of the event was the commissioning of the housing units and the presentation of keys to beneficiaries of the houses, 20 of which are Nigerian soldiers who have been wounded in the line of duty. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development and the Lagos State Government have agreed to work together towards an amicable resolution of all pending issues around land administration in the state. This was disclosed in a meeting held between the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Musa Engiwa, and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu during a working visit to Lagos State by the Minister. Architect Engiwa, while briefing the governor, highlighted the ministry's efforts under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to provide decent and affordable houses to Nigerians, ensure urban development, and embark on slums upgrade. Engiwa also appreciated the Lagos State Governor for graciously providing land in Ibejuleki area to the ministry for the Renewed Hope City project, which will see the construction of 2,000 housing units, a project that is already ongoing. The official groundbreaking of the project by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is expected to take place early 2025. The minister then appealed to the governor for common ways to resolve the lingering land problems with the federal government in Lagos State, which he said has been a concern, emphasizing the significance of coming together to consolidate on the existing relationship between the federal government and the Lagos State government. The Lagos State Governor, on his part, promised to give the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development the necessary support it needs to achieve success in housing delivery. Welcome back. The year 2024 has been a great year for the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Quite a lot happened within the bank for the advancement of its mandate to provide affordable houses and mortgages for its customers. In this segment of the program, we shall be taking a look at how the year has been for the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, as well as some of the major events that happened in the course of the year. Don't go away.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria was established to service the housing needs of contributors of the national housing through the creation of mortgages for low and medium income earning Nigerians. Over the years, the bank has steadily made conscious efforts towards improving services for its contributors, making sure that more and more NHF contributors benefit from the scheme.
Leadership is born out of experience.
The year 2024 has been an eventful one for the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria in the pursuit of its mandate. As expected, successes were recorded and lessons were learned as well. One notable occurrence in the course of the year was the change of the executive management team, which brought in the current management team led by Shehu Usman Osidi as the managing director of the bank. Other members of the management team are Honorable Muhammad Sani Abdu, Executive Director, Loans and Mortgage Services; Ibidapo Odujukan, Executive Director, Finance and Corporate Services, and Mrs. Chinenye Anusike, Executive Director, Business Development and Portfolio Management.
I think for us, one of the major shifts that we experienced in year 2024 was the change in management. So sometime in February, we had a change of management, which led to having the current executive management on board, which is under the leadership of the Managing Director and Chief Executive, Malam Shehu Usman Osidi. And the new management came with their new focus and a new drive, and necessarily to also leverage on the legacy achievements that the bank has enjoyed over time.
With the coming in of the new management, a 7-point agenda was outlined to guide the bank, provide key areas of focus to guide the new management in driving the mandate of the bank. The 7-point agenda includes deepening process automation, promoting cost efficiency, enhancing credit quality and reducing non-performing loans, effective project management, expanding strategic partnerships, enthroning a robust organizational and employee management system, and standardized capacity building and talent management.
And part of the focus of the current management is the fact that to drive cost efficiency within the bank, and this has resulted in improved financial position of the bank. As at half year of 2024, the bank had operational surpluses in excess of 4.5 billion. So that was some significant positive that we've recorded, an achievement that we recorded simply on the basis of cost efficiency. And by end of year, our expectation is that the trend will still continue. So that was something significant for us.
Also in the course of the year, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, under the leadership of the current management team, has worked towards the improvement of its turnaround time through the deployment of core banking solution.
So the new management has also seen to drive process turnaround and efficiency within the system. So we've had very serious discussions as to identifying where we had bottlenecks within the system and how to do away with them so that we have faster turnaround and more improved efficiency and service delivery to our customers. And part of that, what the management has also focused on is the completion of the deployment of the core banking application for the bank as well, because this is central to service delivery as well.
This is an estate program.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, alongside its supervising ministry, the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, embarked on the Renewed Hope Cities and Estates projects to drive the provision of affordable houses for Nigerians. The bank partnered with the ministry by providing a 100 billion naira off-taker guarantee for this project.
We've collaborated with the Federal Ministry of Housing on the Renewed Hope Cities and Estates. So while the ministry is driving the delivery of the houses, FMBN is supporting strategically by providing guarantees for the developers who are working with the ministry for the delivery.
Another aspect the FMBN did well was in the aspect of improving the bank's loan portfolio. To do so, the bank, under the guidance of the current management, set up loan recovery task teams to drive the recovery of non-performing loans of the bank.
There's also been a focus on improving the loan portfolio of the bank. So we've had to set up loan recovery tax teams on the basis of geopolitical spread of our loans, so that they focus on certain areas. Different teams focus on specific areas and drive that. And for that, we've recorded recovery in excess of 5.7 billion naira since those teams were set up. So those are part of the things that we've recorded as positives for the year. despite the challenges that we're facing as an institution.
In all of these efforts, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria was not without its challenges. Being a financial institution, the FMBN faced a number of challenges as well. Notable is the global economic meltdown, which has challenged the delivery of houses and mortgages for its customers. Despite this, the bank has continued to maintain its interest rates on all mortgage loans.
But for us as an institution, we've been quite deliberate in retaining our interest rates as they were, despite the fact that the interest rate regime with the country has changed. Even the CBN has continued to increase the monetary policy rate to the levels that we never ever even experienced in the country before. And this decision has been deliberate because we are cognizant of the fact that we need to ensure the affordability to our customers. So as a government-owned institution, we see that we need to reconcile our business mandate with our social mandate, and of course the social mandate in this case takes precedence over the business mandate. So we've had to also do other things, as I mentioned, being cost efficient, so that we see how to reduce costs as much as possible and not necessarily pass it to our customers, as the case would be. And therefore, we've retained our interest rates for mortgages at 6%, for rent to own at 7%. So basically, all our loans to individuals have been single digit and continue to be single digit to ensure that we are still able to give loans that would be affordable to Nigerians.
With the year ending, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has taken note of areas where improvements must be made, as well as areas to look forward to, even in the new year.
Having a place to call home is the desire of everyone, especially because it gives one a sense of fulfillment. The FMBN, on the other hand, is ready and willing to provide homes and mortgages for its contributors, thereby affording many contributors of the National Housing Fund scheme the opportunity to become homeowners seamlessly without the hassle or fear of finances. In this segment, we will share the home ownership journey of yet another beneficiary of the NHF scheme. Stay with us.
I can assure all Nigerians that if you apply, once it is available, you will get.
Definitely the scheme is real.
It's a big testimony to stop paying rent.
Excellent. Seriously excellent.
It works and is real.
Chinwendu Umezurike is the proud owner of this two-bedroom semi-detached fully en-suite apartment located at Pace Setters Estate at Joda Newtown, Ibadan. The young man who just moved into the house with his mother explained that this was indeed a dream come true.
In my own case, I could say I was a bit lucky. Right from when I was growing up, I decided that I didn't want to, when leaving my parents' house, I didn't want to go to a rented apartment. So it was like interesting when this opportunity came up where I could be able to pack into my own house, even when I've not finished paying the full amount of the house. So when they came, it was just like my dream that was coming true. So it was from my parents' house straight to this place. I was not involved in any rented apartment.
According to him, with just the payment of 20% of the total cost of 8 million naira as the only equity required, he was able to move into the apartment. The rest of the payment has been spread over his remaining years in service, which he describes as being very convenient and a godsend opportunity.
The balance of my mortgage was spread over a period of years, and then I'm paying every month, so it's very convenient and easy to access.
Chinwendu is of the opinion that owning your own home cannot be compared to staying in a rented apartment.
You see, there's nothing like it, because I've always had this idea that if you're in a rented apartment, no matter how much money you spend on that apartment, it will never become your own. But moving to your own house, anything you spend there, whatever facility you put there for your own comfort, you are sure that it is your own. It's not like one day somebody comes and says, my son wants to use this house, so you have to pack out. So whatever you have spent on it, it's a loss for you. So it is very convenient, you know. And then it doesn't even stop you from going to get your own house later if you want to build. But the convenience of you don't have a landlord disturbing you and all that is very, very comfortable.
He speaks on mortgages as the way to go for Nigerians in owning their own homes.
I feel that in Africa we have not really embraced the mortgage culture. In foreign countries, that's what they do. But in Africa, we've not really embraced it. But I want to tell them that it's very convenient and it's very comfortable. If you are able to get that opportunity, one must grab it with both hands.
Our question for the week is, can I obtain a loan to build a house, and what processes do I need to get such a loan?
For somebody that has a plot of land that he has already acquired, so what we will need from the bank is our NHF construction loan. For the NHF construction loan, what he requires is, one, he has the land, but that land should have C of O issued by the state government. Then secondly, he must have approved building plan with the bills and quantities that will state this is the cost that will be used to construct the housing. Then once he has that, they're in place, he will go to our state office to get the form. That is NHF construction loan form, which you pay 100,000 to the state office. They'll give him that form, he will fill, they'll appraise him to confirm his affordability. And all due diligence will be done, legal search, to confirm the authenticity of the land. Then also the bills of quantities, all will confirm they are okay. Once that is done, the state office will process the loan and send to the head office. Head office will process further and get approval. Once approval is given, they will be communicated to the state office and they will write an offer letter to the applicant. Once he meets the condition, they will forward back to the head office. The head office will process to ensure everything is in place, get approval, then funds will be disbursed to the individual. And on the scale of 30, 30, 40. So based on his situation, after filling the first 30, they will give him more, they will give him until he exhausts the whole amount that he requests. That loan is given for 15 years and an interest rate of about 7%.
On this note, we end this edition of the program with hope that you have gained motivation to partake of the many products of the FMBN to also have your home ownership dreams fulfilled. To do so, kindly visit any branch of the FMBN offices nationwide or visit www.fmbn.gov.ng. Here is wishing you a prosperous new year ahead. Until next week, when I come your way again, do have a pleasant night.